Mr. Park, looking back, knowing what you know now, looking at the rollout in October, give a letter grade to the rollout of Obamacare, A through F.
That's an interesting question. In terms of the rollout of the website, it's obviously been really, really rocky. I kind of hesitate to assign a letter grade to it, but it's what nobody wanted.
Well, I think the people would appreciate honesty. I mean, you don't have to fail it, but what do you think it was, A through F?
I think it depends on the user, right? There were some users able to get through, and there are other users, a lot of users who couldn't.
Okay, so you're not going to give it a grade.
I think that kind of overly simplifies it.
Well, maybe, but a lot of people watching want answers, and this is a complex issue, and so just maybe for simplification, they'd like to know that a lot of people who are responsible for rolling this out don't think that it went very well. To listen to this hearing, it doesn't really sound like a lot of you think it was that abysmal of a failure. This hearing started out with the ranking member talking about how this is a Republican issue, how we're out to destroy health care or the health care law, how we're trying to repeal it, how we're trying to not have this hearing to see if we can make this succeed. Bottom line is a lot of money was invested in this, and people do want answers. So it is complex. In simple fashion, I think people would like to hear that, hey, we screwed up. Mr. Chow, can you give it a letter grade?
I agree with Todd that it's highly subjective.
Okay, so fair enough. Will anybody give?
Would the gentleman
Mr. Chairman.
Perhaps we could have it as a pass-fail.
Okay.
A little less subjective.
Yeah, that'd be less complicated. Do you give it a pass or a fail, Mr. Park?
Again, I don't want to reduce it to something that boiled down. What I would say is just to be clear, all of us are frustrated about how the site rolled out. None of us think it went well. All of us think it was incredibly rocky, and we are incredibly focused on trying to fix it and make it better, and it's getting better week after week after week.
Okay, so no